You probably shouldn't move to Japan. Welcome to Borderless Living. My name is Finian, but you can call me Fin. And on this channel, we don't just talk about relocation. We talk about the truth behind it, the mindset, the reality, and the things nobody puts on social media. So if you are thinking about moving abroad, especially to Japan, this is the kind of conversation that you need. Take a second to like this video, subscribe to Borderless Living, and share this with someone planning to relocate. Because today, we are not selling a dream. We are asking a question. Are you ready to move to Japan? Everyone is talking about moving to Japan. The clean streets, the fast trains, the safety, the respect. And for many people watching this, Japan looks like the dream. But today, I want to tell you something most people won't say. You probably shouldn't move to Japan. Not because Japan is bad, but because Japan is different. And not everyone is ready for that difference. Let me be clear, Japan is one of the most amazing countries in the world, but it's not for everyone. And if you don't understand what I'm about to say, you might arrive excited and slowly become frustrated. So let's talk about it. Number one, if you are not ready to learn Japanese, then Japan might not be for you. Now let me start with something simple but very important. Language. Not visa, not money, not even a job. Language. I remember a guy who moved to Japan, very confident. He said, "Don't worry, I'll survive with English." First week, everything was exciting. Second week, still manageable. Third week, reality started knocking. He went to the bank, the forms are in Japanese. He went to the hospital, forms are in Japanese. He tried to rent an apartment. The agent smiled, then asked the question in Japanese. And suddenly his excitement started turning into stress. Now, you see, here is the truth. Japan is not a country that revolves around English. It revolves around Japanese. And that's not a problem. That's identity. Think about it. Why should a country change its language for you? Why should a system built over centuries adjust because you arrived last week? So the real question is not, can I survive in Japan without Japanese? The real question is, am I willing to adapt? Because let's be honest, some of us say, I'll learn when I get there. But when you get here, work is stressing you, rent is stressing you, life is happening, and suddenly learning Japanese becomes next month, and next month becomes next year. If you are not ready to learn Japanese, not perfectly, but sincerely, Japan will feel harder than it is supposed to be. So let me ask you something. Would you be ready to start learning a new language from zero? Be honest with yourself. What do you think would be the hardest part for you when it comes to learning Japanese? Is it the writing? Is it the speaking or the confidence? Please drop it in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Because in Japan, language is not just communication. It's connection, it's respect, it's access. Number two, if you are not ready to respect the culture and follow the rules, Japan might not be for you. Japan is not just a country, it's a system of values, and those values are built on respect, order, and harmony. Now let me paint a picture for you. You enter a Japanese home, the first thing you see are shoes at the door, and if you walk inside with your shoes on, nobody will shout at you. Nobody will insult you, but the atmosphere will just change quietly. And that's Japan. Correction is not always loud, but it is felt. You will feel it. In some cultures, individuality is everything. In Japan, harmony is everything, which means you lower your voice in public, you follow systems, you avoid disturbing others. Now, let's be honest. Some people don't like rules. Some people just don't like to follow rules. Some people say, I just like to be free. Japan is not chaos friendly. It is structure friendly. So even trash has rules. Imagine throwing away plastic bottle and someone tells you, no, not today. Today is not plastic day. It sounds small, but it's deep, because the reason Japan works so well is not magic. It's not luck. It's discipline. The clean streets, discipline. The order, discipline. The efficiency, discipline. So ask yourself honestly, can I adapt to a culture where respect is expected and not optional? I want you to think about this deeply. What part of Japanese culture do you think you might struggle with the most? Is it the rules, the quietness, the structure, the indirect communication? Drop your honest thoughts in the comment. Number 3, if you are someone who is always late, then Japan might frustrate you. I once heard a story about someone who arrived at work at 9 a.m. He felt proud, he felt very punctual, but when he got there, everyone was already seated, working, prepared. He wasn't early, he was late, because in Japan, on time is late, and early is on time. Time in Japan is not just about minutes, it's about respect. When you arrive early, you are saying, I respect your time, I am prepared, I am serious. Now compare that with how many of us live. I'm on my way, I'm almost there, I'll be there now. Yeah, in Japan there is no now. You are either there or you are late. Trains leave exactly on time, and if they are delayed, there is an apology. Sometimes even a written note. Imagine that, a train apologizing. Now imagine bringing your usual time habits into that system. You will be there by, you say you will be there by 10. You arrive 10:15 or 10:20. In Japan, that's not lateness. That is a statement. So ask yourself, can you discipline yourself to respect time at that level? Be honest. Are you someone who struggles with time, or are you naturally punctual? Please let us know in the comments section. I'm just curious, okay? Number 4. If you expect everything to be in English, you may struggle. Some people believe that because they speak English, they will be fine in Japan. But let me say this clearly, okay? English will help you, but English will not carry you. Imagine you go to a restaurant, the menu is in Japanese, you go to a clinic, forms in Japanese, you receive a letter from your city office, important letter, all in Japanese. You are holding that paper, flipping it, turning it left and right, hoping English will appear. It won't. Japan is not built for English speakers. It is built for Japanese speakers. And again, that's not a problem. That's identity. Yes, some people speak English. Yes, some places are more international than the others. But you see, daily life, still Japanese. All Japanese will be Japanese. So communication becomes more than language. It becomes effort. Sometimes you'll be speaking English, they'll be speaking Japanese, both of you smiling, nobody is understanding each other, but somehow you still manage. And I think that's where growth happens. You begin to learn, you begin to adapt, you begin to observe. But if you expect comfort, if you expect everything to adjust, frustration will come quickly. Trust me. So ask yourself, would you be comfortable living in a place where you don't understand the language yet? Do you think you could survive in a country where English is not the main language, or would that be a deal breaker for you? Number 5, if you struggle with structure, discipline, and systems, Japan will challenge you. Japan is built on systems, as I mentioned, not chaos, not improvisation, systems. Trash must be separated. Plastic here, burnable here, non-burnable here, and all different days. They're not all on the same day, different days. If you miss it, you wait. Your trains arrive, people line up, board in order, exit in order, no pushing, no shouting, phone calls on trains, no way, damn it, discouraged. Loud conversations, reduced. In fact, there's almost no conversation in Japanese trains. Everything flows smoothly. Some people thrive in this, others feel restricted. If you are someone who dislikes rules, avoids structure, prefers spontaneity, Japan will challenge you. But here is the deeper truth. Structure is not limitation. Structure is what creates freedom. Because when everyone follows the system, everything works. Living in Japan forces you to grow. You begin to respect time. You begin to follow systems. You begin to think about others, and slowly you will change. So ask yourself honestly, am I ready to become more disciplined? Because Japan will not adapt to your habits at all. You will adapt to its structure. And I want you to reflect on this one deeply. What part of this structured lifestyle do you think would challenge you the most if you come to Japan? So be honest, your answer might help someone else here in the comment too. So let's go back to the question. Should you move to Japan? Not is Japan good, not is Japan a good place to move to, because it is. It is absolutely amazing. It's a good place to move to. Not is Japan beautiful, because Japan is beautiful. Not even is Japan safe, because yes, it is. Japan is safe. The real question is, are you ready for Japan? Everything we talked about today is not a weakness of Japan at all. It's the strength of Japan, the language, the culture, the discipline, the structure, the respect. These are not barriers. These are standards. And here is the truth. Japan does not change for you. You change for Japan. And that is where many people struggle, because we love the idea of a place, but we are not always ready for the process. Some people arrive excited, and after a few months they feel frustrated, not because Japan failed them, but because they were not prepared. Others arrive, struggle at first, but they lean into it. They learn, they adapt, they grow, and slowly Japan opens up to them. So relocation is not just movement, it is transformation, as I always say. It asks you, can you grow? Can you adapt? Can you become someone new? I'll ask you again. If you move to Japan today, would you resist the system, or would you rise to meet it? Japan is not a place you casually move to. It is not a trend. It is not just for photos, for pictures. It's a country that rewards discipline, respect, and effort. So if you are ready for that, Japan might be one of the best decisions you ever make. But if you are not, then maybe you need more time. And that's okay. Here is the part I want you to really hold on to. There is no shame in not being ready. There is no shame in preparing. There is absolutely no shame in choosing what truly fits your lifestyle or your life. Because relocation is not about following trends. It's about alignment. It's about knowing yourself. It's about understanding what kind of life you want to build and where you can actually thrive. So whether you decide to move to Japan or not, make sure it's your decision, not pressure, not comparison, not social media, your decision. If this made you think, please like the video, share it with someone planning to move to Japan, and subscribe to Borderless Living. Because here we just don't talk about moving abroad. We talk about becoming the kind of person who can thrive anywhere. Now I really want to hear from you. What are some of the things you honestly think you might struggle with if you move to Japan? Your answer might help someone else who is thinking the same thing but is afraid to say it. Also tell me, do you think moving to Japan is worth it, or do you think it depends on the person? And I'll see you in the next video.